Make sure our mics are working.
Hello. Yep, they're working. Hello and welcome to Flappity Flap Podcast with your hosts, Sarah and Brandon.
Motherfucker.
So, we recorded an entire episode.
40 minutes.
It was 40 minutes? I thought it was an hour.
No, it just felt like eternity.
40, well,
I'm just kidding.
40 minutes of recording, and we were watching, on my phone, we were watching the Nikocado and Meat Canyon, the Meat Canyon reaction to Nicocado's reaction. Is that his name?
Is that how you say it? I thought it was Nick Avocado or something.
Nick Avocado's reaction.
Something.
And then we both look over and realize that we were not plugged in when we had recorded. Our fucking mics weren't plugged in.
I looked down and I'm like, why the fuck are the plugs to the microphones not plugged into the Scarlett interface? And then I just turn around and look at Brandon and I just do this look. And then he looks, to the side of me to see that there's nothing plugged into the interface, and he just closes his eyes.
No, you closed your eyes. I was looking at you.
Oh, I thought you went like
you
that.
did that.
Okay, so I did that multiple times. So, and then I still had to go through the motion of trying to play to see if anything got captured, which it wouldn't because there
were no mics plugged in.
Right, but just on the off chance something usable got captured. It didn't.
No, it was just 2 lines.
Fucking guy. That's me.
Fucking guy.
I'm the fucking guy. So, I don't know. Do we have the energy to do this again? Just so you know, it won't be fresh. It'll be hashed already.
Why are you trying to... Don't shit on the episode. All right, we haven't done it yet.
You shit on it all the time. You say, sorry, this was a boring episode.
I did that once. In the episode that we didn't even record, so...
I usually cut it when you say that, too. All right. I'm not sorry for anything. So basically...
Is your eye okay?
It's itchy. Basically, we were talking about...
Want me to scratch it for you?
No.
I haven't cut my toenails in a while.
Oh. You're the nastiest creature I know. I'm just kidding.
I would hope so.
Yeah. That's the nastiest creature I know. The one over there licking
the one that
something.
Eats turds.
Hey, he doesn't eat all the turds.
One time...
He's a
back
connoisseur.
when we were living in Guerneville, he freaking picked up a turd.
I thought it was Cotati.
It was Guerneville.
Okay.
I don't know if it was a cat turd or a raccoon turd.
I feel like you've talked about this before.
He picked it up and started chewing on it.
You know I'm gonna retch.
And I was like, what are you eating? And I knelt down, opened his mouth, and it was just liquefied.
I can't look at you because if I look at you, I'll think about how you're describing it and I'll retch.
It was a liquefied turd in his mouth. And he was like exhaling, trying to keep it in his mouth because he didn't want to spit that out.
Yeah,
and
you don't want to give away something good like that.
He was exhaling like hot turd breath, and I nearly puked.
Why did you have to talk about that?
I don't know. Just talking about how disgusting dogs can be. I like dogs, but they can be real gross when they're poo eaters.
They have no dignity. They got no shame.
That's true.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, now that we got that out of the way.
What? What have you got for us?
Nothing. What have you got for her, Johnny? So we were talking about, don't fucking look at me all judgingly. We're a little bit on edge now because we lost 40 minutes of our life.
You're the one yelling.
Because you're judging me with your judgy eyes. So we were talking about Chris Pratt and how we highly disagree with
in the
his
blank
choice.
episode.
It was so blank. It was just a flat line. Like we died. Like our episode died.
Two idiots talking for 40 fucking minutes into fucking mics that aren't plugged in.
Here's the takeaway. Here's what we have to take away from that is that we were having fun. Because at the end of it, I was like, yeah, that was good energy.
That was a good episode.
And now we have to try to replicate that.
It's gone.
As we stare daggers at each other.
It never existed to begin with. It only existed in our minds. Wow.
Deep.
Amazing.
So maybe we'll talk less about Chris Pratt since we talked a lot about him. No one will ever hear it but us.
Yeah, that was supposed to be the episode.
Memories.
How now he is going to play. Oh, sorry, I'm rubbing my sweatpants. Okay,
when I do like...
I'm wearing sweatpants,
when I do this, when I do like silent, like cutting motion and I do it silent and then you go, oh, sorry, I'm rubbing my sweatpants. Like, I'm trying to make it so we don't have to do that.
Well, it doesn't matter. It could have been a quick exchange, then you turned it into something even bigger.
I turned it into something enjoyable for the whole family.
I don't know about that.
I don't know about you.
So one of us is on edge because of our
try to guess which one.
Mishap.
Were you going to say mistake, but you knew I'd be like
mistake.
All defensive? Okay, so you didn't. You weren't trying to avoid that.
It was there for both of us to see.
Is it still going? Are there definitely bumps showing up in our sound?
Yes, there are
line?
bumps. Plenty of bumps.
You're the on edge. Do you have an itchy lip?
I have a zit on my lip.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's like...
It was just cute because you were like...
It looks like a herpy, you know, when it gets on like that edge of the lip.
If it walks like a duck and quacks like a duck and smells like a duck and shits like a duck and swims in the water like a duck.
You could have said
and
herpy.
Eats spicy Doritos like a duck.
If it walks like a herpy and quacks like a herpy.
Damn it! Okay, let's cut that. If it walks like a herpy and quacks like a herpy...
Are you actually gonna... Okay, fine.
No.
So, we were talking about...
It was cute.
We were talking about...
Chris Pratt.
And how he's...
Fucking Pratt.
And how he's gonna play Garfield.
What angle will he take? What method will he take to channel the Garfield character and his well-known loathing of Mondays?
Mm-hmm. And his loving of lasagna, which I fucking hate lasagna. I gotta say, when it gets crispy on the edges and and the what is the fucking stuff called?
Pasta?
Yes. When the pasta gets like hard, I fucking hate that.
Well, I think that's like stale. Like
no, I'm talking about like cooked.
Burnt? Like okay.
But like not burnt, but like when the pasta around the edges gets hard. I hate it so much.
I thought that was like because it's getting
lasagna is awful. Just make a bowl of fucking pasta.
I think lasagna can be bad because it can be like soggy. If it's too many layers,
I hate
it can be done badly. But what I think for me, it has to have meat in it. Otherwise, it's just kind of a soggy mass of
cheese,
soggy
and
layers,
pasta, and then you have the outside parts of like rubbery, hard pasta chunks that are just fucking disgusting.
I guess I thought that was just when it went stale. Like if it gets like crisp, like the cheese is kind of burnt, like that can be kind of nice. But yeah, I don't know. It's not my favorite pasta, but if it's the only pasta in the room, I am all over it.
Oh, okay.
Because I think what the hell kind of cheese? Why do I get frittata and ricotta? Ricotta cheese is nice, like the kind of crumbly.
Ricotta.
Whatever. Yeah, I think it's pretty good. But yeah, I get it. I get why. It's kind of how I feel about enchiladas. They're my least favorite Mexican food. I like them more and more because I've had better enchiladas now. The older I've gotten, but I feel like it's the same kind of
my mom
mechanism going on
some
with
pretty bitchin' enchiladas.
You know, enchiladas is how I learned how to burp on command because I was getting like these hiccup burps, and then the hiccup would like pull the air in and then I just somehow figured how to burp. I could not understand when people would tell me you just suck in air, and I'm like, it doesn't make any sense to me.
Do one for the audience.
The problem is, why do yours look grosser?
That was projecting a little.
See, you really are pulling in air, but I don't.
Yeah, I don't pull it into your stomach.
Yeah,
sorry, everyone had to hear that.
You don't seem sorry because you were really like egging me on.
Yeah, my mic's kind of smell now.
Just blasted back at you.
Yeah.
Was it a little bit of competition? Like, do it, and then it's because you wanted to show me up?
No, I wanted us both to do it.
Oh, okay. Bonding and burping.
Yeah, do another one for us.
Why? You just said sorry, and then you're telling me to do it again.
I'm sorry because the sucking in is really gross.
Oh, sorry. When you have to push it, it's a little gross. Oh! I didn't think it would blast back because it's like not solid.
But
it did.
She had a carnitas burrito today.
Hours ago.
Yeah,
but the carnitas is coming through
smell.
above anything.
That's what you smell.
It's not just the chips. The chips don't really have a smell. Maybe the salsa. I feel like there was a little more cilantro than usual in the salsa.
But I don't understand, circling back to Garfield, I don't understand why
I thought we were going to circle
lasagna,
back to enchiladas and... Okay, it's fine.
why lasagna would be your favorite food. I would choose like a nice kind of, what are those like flat noodles with the cream sauce?
Flat noodles. Flat noodles?
Yeah.
Like fettuccine?
I think so.
I think fettuccine.
Something like that.
Okay,
yeah.
I wonder if they chose
Put
that.
some shrimp in it. Maybe some capers. I don't know if that's a thing.
Oh my god, you're an animal. I wonder if they made who's the artist? Who's the Garfield artist, the original? I wonder if he chose.
I don't fucking know.
I wonder if he chose that dish because you could animate him just scarfing it and like doing that thing where he just gobbles it and it's in a tray.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Because it's easy. You might be right.
Yeah, and also because what is he gonna like use like a knife and fork and like twirl like fettuccine or spaghetti? You know?
That's true.
It's just a cool tray and he can do that like motion where he's just like shoveling it in his mouth, which I vaguely remember.
I guess just
I could see that being a thing.
For me, it's like it's just not.
And it's just very distinct. You just have this tray of lasagna and he just eats trays of lasagna at a time. Mm-hmm. You know.
No wonder he's fat.
But he's not as fat as I would expect for a cat eating whole trays of lasagna. He should be a lot
fatter, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, there's a lot of uproar. Flash.
I think I would call it uproar.
Backlash. Of internet people about Chris Pratt taking another animated character away from a voice actor.
That doesn't really fit.
Yeah. Oh, that's what we were talking about earlier, is that he'd be better playing Odie, the dumb, happy dog.
Yeah, hyper.
Except Odie never talked. Mm-hmm. So.
He barked.
But there's a lot of characters who didn't talk who they have talk. So why couldn't they? Yeah, that'd be out of character for Odie to talk. Did they have Odie in the... am I saying his name right? I always want to call him Otis.
I think it's Odie.
Did they have Odie in the Bill Murray Garfield?
I believe so, yes.
And did he talk?
I think he played a small part. I think he just barked.
That's fair. Yeah.
Which makes no sense, because like, why would a cat...
That's the role you want to give to Chris Pratt. You know what I'm saying?
Because he doesn't speak?
Yeah.
It's good.
Burn, right?
That was a good burn. I bet he can feel it in his fucking mansion. I wonder.
Why did you have to make me feel small?
I made us both feel small. I don't know why.
Was it worth it?
No.
Maybe that's why I'm ragging on him, because he can afford it.
Yeah.
He can afford to buy new feelings.
And he can afford to pass the role onto somebody more appropriate.
Yeah.
Which we said on a previous episode that we didn't record.
But we tried to, motherfucker. That's your phone.
My phone went off?
No, I'm looking for my phone to read the memes that we've never read before.
I can't believe we did that.
I mean, to be fair, it was me. I mean, I'm the one who was right here. I'm the one who unplugged him in the first place because I didn't want the thing, like, I don't know, drawing on my computer. Yeah, I didn't want to be tripping on it, but goddamn, how hard is it? I can't. Why, brain? Why do you not show me that lack of plugs right before or even in the middle? Why do you show me at the very end when I've completely stopped and we're like, yeah, that was like a good energy?
Because that's how... No, it was long after.
Brains are assholes. Let's kill them all.
Okay. I think you need to take a chill pill. Take a deep breath.
I don't mean it. We need them. Okay, so come back. Come on. Brandon, I will cut you. I'll chop you. I'll do a hand chop. Fucking guy. All right, I'm going to push stop.
Why?
Because turn around and face me. Come on.
Read a fucking thing, you freak.
No, can you read it? Because you did it.
Read a fucking thing, you freak. The NCS. It's like deja vu.
Don't do that.
The NCS master Or the NC Smaster.
Did we explain that these are
on
tweets
Twitter
we're reading?
says,
Okay, sorry.
First Mario, now Garfield. Chris Pratt won't be stopped till he voices every classic fictional character. And it's just Chris Pratt as Thanos with the infinity glove. And all the jewels are gems? Jewels? Infinity jewels?
Yeah. I don't know.
Infinity gems?
Yeah, I think gems.
Are they infinity gems? I don't. Sorry, everyone.
Infinity stones.
Infinity stones.
Infinity stones.
There's stones. I guess there's stones.
I think that's what they call them.
Like gems or.
I think that's what they call them.
Man, learn what words are. Marvel Studios.
Okay. One word. Binoculars.
Fuck you. And in the glove, he has Homer, Bugs Bunny, Mickey Mouse.
In place of the stones.
In place of the stones,
okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yes, it's a pretty good one. Abdi on Twitter says, we got to put a stop to Chris Pratt. And there's a picture of him beside Tupac. Chris Pratt to voice Tupac in new feature animation.
I like that one.
That was a good one.
Might be my favorite.
Gosh, I mean, basically.
Yeah.
I thought Charlie was crying, but
Chris Pratt's not even orange.
He's just snoring.
And he's not even a feline.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Tupac. I was like, Tupac wasn't orange or isn't orange.
Yeah, good one. Good correction.
What do you mean? Because people say people say that he's still alive. Didn't people say that he was like a persona or like a caricature or something?
I don't know.
I think people have said that he was like an actor or something.
Oh.
But I don't know.
Like Carl Pilkington or who else?
Sort of, except not a very dumb guy.
Yeah, right. I just mean but very convincing that you're like,
is this shtick?
I don't know. Yeah.
Jacksepticeye on Twitter says, Chris Pratt to play Jacksepticeye in all upcoming uploads. When asked about the role, Pratt had this to say. Well, I'm going to have to... Let me try that again. Well, I'm going to have a hard time fitting all those beans up my arse, but I'm up for the challenge.
Mm-hmm. He's a real character actor.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he'll be able to channel... Chris Pratt has high energy, but not like Jack. I think that'll be a challenge for him. He doesn't say top of the morning anymore, I guess, but... Or he doesn't say it the way he used to.
I don't know that many people could match Jacksepticeye's energy.
He's toned it down. He toned it down a bit.
But still, he's like...
Yeah.
It's from all that bean juice.
I thought you were going to say it's from all that cocaine. But yeah, bean juice.
Why would I say that?
I don't know.
He's never alluded to the... I can't think of words. He's never mentioned cocaine.
Oh, well, you're done?
Yes.
You're just done. Adequate Emily says, am I played by Chris Pratt? And she's holding her hand up to the mirror and touching it.
Mm-hmm.
I like that a lot.
Well, you can never know. One
That's
can
true.
never know.
Yeah. Chris Pratt has been cast as you in reality. You are Chris Pratt. The transformation has begun. Discussing film.
Has he reacted to any of this backlash, if you could even call it backlash? It just seems like memeing, which isn't necessarily backlash.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I liked this one. I can't say N-word. N-word plural. Worried about immigrants taking all the jobs like Chris Pratt ain't already doing that. Mm-hmm. I like it because it also rhymes. Chris Pratt just got cast to play Scarlett Johansson, and now I don't know what to think. I mean, he's got his work cut out for him because she's got some ass, you know?
Who does?
Scarlett Johansson.
She's got some ass?
Yeah. That's some ass. You know, is that not what you say? That ass, though? I don't know. She's got a great figure.
Is she dummy thick?
I don't know what that means. I'm not jiggy with it or something. Chris Pratt's Garfield doesn't hate Mondays. He just doesn't think they should get married.
I don't really get that one.
I think it's because he has said that about gay people.
Ooh. Did he really say that about gay people?
Let's see if we can find it.
Is he a homophobe?
Well, I think that's part of the backlash is because a lot of the
don't be homophobic.
Art and gamer world is quite liberal, left-wing usually.
Very accepting of gay people.
Yeah, and it kind of seems like he's that, whitewashed Christian.
And you're a fucking artist, man. Like,
Do I want to follow him?
You're identifying with people that are like, if you aren't killing yourself every day, it's not a real job. So be one of those people. Quit your fucking art acting job. Quit your fucking gay art acting job and go be a fucking quote unquote real man and become a mechanic or something. You ass.
Here's another one. Imagine explaining to your kids that Charles Xavier smacked the hell out of Mario, Garfield, and Star-Lord all in one. I don't know what that's from, but it's James McAvoy smacking him. Oh, I wonder if that's from the Bullet movie. He smacks him with a keyboard and breaks the keyboard in half.
Imagine explaining to your kids that Charles Xavier smacked the hell out of Mario, Garfield, and Star-Lord all in one.
To be fair, he looks pretty funny, like, you know, getting smacked. I mean, I feel like he really owned that part. What is that movie called? I keep wanting to call it Bullet, but it's... What's the movie where they could curve the bullets? Is that what that's from? What's that fucking movie called?
I don't know.
Okay, let me see.
I don't think I ever saw it.
Fuck you.
So did he actually say that?
Spell out fuck you.
Did he actually say that?
I'm looking. I'm sorry. Chris Pratt, when he woke up and he's just looking at Twitter and all these tweets are like, he's so fat and ugly. Just a worthless bum alone on a pile of bricks. What a useless loser.
I am not picking up what you're putting down. Sorry.
That's Chris Pratt when he wakes up looking at Twitter because of Mario and Garfield. Well, maybe.
Oh, okay. So he is
I don't
Wreck-It
know why.
Ralph?
Maybe because he kind of looks like that. He's kind of a big lug.
That's another movie I never saw, Wreck-It Ralph. I feel like it'd be a fun one.
That's kind of sad. Justin, I'm getting word Mr. Pratt woke up in his $15.6 million Pacific Palisades mansion, took a quick swim, and felt a little better. And they're retweeting this Yahoo Entertainment post. Chris Pratt went to bed upset and depressed following social media backlash. Well, maybe they'll give you pause for thought.
How could he ever think that it was a good idea?
He's not thinking. I think that's the problem. He just thought, I don't know why I did that. Let's see. Homophobic?
He just thought, You're just
okay, Chris
so
Pratt
eloquent.
responds to Ellen Page. Ellen Page. Okay, yeah. After Ellen Page called his church infamously anti-LGBTQ in a tweet last week, Chris Pratt has responded by saying nothing could be further from the truth. Hillsong Church. I thought it was called something else. It was supportive of him during his divorce from Anna Faris more than a year ago. Well, of course, you're going to be friendly with anyone who does that. Anyway, it has recently been suggested I belong to a church which hates a certain group of people and is infamously anti-LGBTQ. Okay, but what did he say, you fucks? 2015, two Hillsong Church executives received backlash after making homophobic comments and calling homosexuality a sin. Page tweeted her criticism of the church after Pratt appeared on The Late Show with Stephen Colbert and talked about his religious side. Oh, okay, but his church is infamously anti-LGBTQ, so maybe address that too?
Well, it is seen as a sin by a lot of Christian people.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's cool to be homophobic.
My values define who I am. We need less hate in this world. I am a man who believes that everyone is entitled to love. I don't know. I think they just... So I don't think that's a quote from him. I think it just was a typical quote that like a conservative or, Christian says.
So it wasn't
and so they just used it. I think it wasn't Well, they didn't really... I mean, it was a meme. So they weren't really saying he said it. They were kind of paraphrasing what they took to be his and his church's beliefs, which is, LGBTQ people are fine. I just don't believe they should get married. I didn't super look into it, so I can't see. I can't see where he said anything. I can't see where he said something close to that. But I haven't exhaustively looked.
Okay.
Anyway.
Well.
That was a lot of...
That was exciting. I was on the edge of my seat.
I'm going to put my foot in the edge of your ass and then deeper. I don't know what this is. So anyway, what were we saying about... Yeah, man, there was just so much stuff we talked about. Okay, it just pisses me off that we lost the initial energy of...
Well, it's in the past.
I know. Like that fart I just did. So what we were speculating is that maybe he had one of those contracts where he had to do like a second or third movie in a spate of movies that, you know, you have to do for a contract, like a lot of these actors get tied into. And I don't think that's the case.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't look into it. I kind of just Googled earlier, like, why is he playing Garfield? And the thing is, I don't think they always talk about those contracts until like later after the movies have already been made. And there's probably non-disclosures about why they're doing a movie. But this doesn't feel like that. This feels like, I mean, because he could have chosen to do another non-animated movie, a live-action movie. He doesn't have to. Well, I don't know.
Well, and those studios are probably not connected in any way.
Yeah,
like, isn't it usually from the same studio?
Yeah, I think so. And usually it would be just like, oh, a 3-picture deal, and then you work out the details of what other movies you're going to do after you do the first one, I think.
Yeah.
Because like what we talked about earlier and then lost was that so like they did like what I have an issue with is Miss Congeniality, which I think was an awesome movie, and then they did a sequel, and I thought, why did Sandra Bullock agree to do, like, why did any of them think that was a good idea? Well, I think she was, so some of these contracts I think are you have to do any sequels we decide, you know, or you have to do at least 2 sequels or something like that. Like with Bridget Jones, you know, you have these great standalone movies that work really well. Like I love both of those movies. I think they're great comedies. And then they did sequels, and I didn't even bother to see the sequels because it's like, how are you gonna make this a thing where an FBI agent has to go undercover as a pageant participant again? Like, and maybe that wasn't the premise of the second movie, but I was just like, that's fucking stupid. I'm going to pretend you don't exist. That's
Kinda
what I do.
like all the Paul Blart movies.
All of them?
Like one is enough.
There's not just one?
One is enough.
Or like Bridget Jones is like, why is she going to have to make the decision? Because I think like Hugh Grant shows up in the second one. So is she going to re-choose between Hugh Grant and Colin Firth? Like, no.
I feel like we're being kind of pessimistic.
Negative
like
about the film industry because it's not about quality, like, which we already know that concept has been beaten to death, but
maybe Chris Pratt will do a good job.
It's possible.
I mean, you know, he said he was upset about the backlash, and also I take back my statement of, you know, fuck him about that whole, like, because I thought he said that about gay people.
Yeah.
I thought that was something he had said because, you know. Anyway.
Well, I can keep looking because I don't think, I mean, you know, I think it's a mealy-mouthed thing of, I belong to this church that is infamously anti-LGBTQ or not supportive of whatever.
Yeah.
But my church or God or the Bible or whatever believes in love, and everyone's entitled to that.
Well, and you're just not supposed to judge people. I mean, it's not for you to judge. And also, sure, it's a sin according to your religion, but also you need to recognize that they are 2 consenting adults, and, you know, maybe go demonize some fucking pedophiles instead of wasting your time demonizing gay people or lesbians.
Well, I just don't know that he was actively doing that. I think his church is.
I'm just talking about generally.
Like defending.
I'm just talking about religious people in general. Like, they will go out on like marches and shit. It's like, you're spending so much energy when there's like child trafficking and like rapists and like really fucking awful people out there that you could be actually working against. But no, you choose to demonize 2 consenting adults. Well,
I think they have to pacify their core base of, it's like right-wing politicians. I mean, if they come out and say, you know, we don't really care if you're gay or you get married or whatever, trans, you know. I mean, you're alienating people who, like, that is a huge part of their belief, is that marriage is between a man and a woman. So I think
divorce is between a man and a woman.
Right. Good one.
Thanks.
Burn. But anyway, you know, I think I don't really know what he said. We're being inundated with Chris Pratt, and you know, he's taking away work from talented voice actors who, it's like, what what are we going to do now? Like, we're not pretty enough to be in Guardians of the Galaxy or Avengers movies. Like, our voices that's our trade. That's what we've worked to do. That's, some of us ruin our voices,
Yeah.
you know.
And people like Charles Martinet have been Mario for decades. I bit myself. For decades.
You're really passionate about him. I think
He's been Mario for decades. And I feel like if he wanted that part, he should absolutely have it.
Yeah.
Nintendo should have fucking given it to him instead of being like, oh, there's a beautiful man for us to employ.
Whose face you will not even see.
Whose face and body you will not fucking see.
You'll see this squat little plumber.
Whose voice is not Mario.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe he'll do a good job. I don't want to totally crap on him because, it's not right to do.
Yeah.
And maybe he'll do a good job. But, like, what the hell?
They said maybe he'll do like a Brooklyn Mario, not like an super Italian Mario. I don't know.
I feel like any possibility in my head just makes me like cringe. Even though I feel like I'm trying to be positive about it now, or see like maybe he could do it, but I don't.
Well, maybe what's his name? Charles Martinet?
Yeah.
Maybe he'd be too cartoony. Like that he wouldn't be relatable, because you'd be like, it's not that he has like this thick, cartoony accent that is good like in a video game where you just get snippets of him.
I'm just afraid it's gonna become like a Detective Pikachu situation. As much as I love Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah. Did you see that movie?
I didn't, but I saw the commercials and I was just kind of disgusted.
Maybe we should punish ourselves by just going and watching bad
it's probably
video game adaptations, and then just do like a review of, and including go back and watch the old Super Mario Brothers movie and, kind of rate them, because we want to visit the ninth circle of hell.
Torture ourselves?
Okay. Yeah. Is it the ninth circle or the seventh circle? Does it matter? Because it is a hell.
I don't know.
Okay.
I am not religious.
I don't think you have to be. It's just like a soundbite or something. People say it. People say that something circle of hell.
Yeah, but don't they have to do with something?
I don't know. I'm not.
Oh, gosh.
What do you think is a perfect, like, animated character or whatever adaptation that, like, Chris Pratt would be good in? And apart from what he's already done, which is like the Lego character, and what was the other one? Weren't there two that we talked about that he did?
I'm not interested in a lead that is, I feel like it's mean to say boring, but just not a lot of character, like the Lego movie guy. Mm-hmm. He's just kind of a generic guy, a builder.
He's not the lead. He's not Batman.
He was the lead in the Lego movie.
I thought Batman was the lead.
Batman was a character. He was a side character.
Oh.
He was the lead of that movie.
So you're not interested in that kind of movie because he was boring?
I completely forgot about the Lego movie.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't resonate with me to have like, generic man as the, lead character.
Well, I think what Chris Pratt has going for him is his face, because even when he was not fit, he had a funny, expressive face.
But his voice isn't very characteristic.
Right. Now he has his fitness, so he can play a Marvel character and be half naked or, but he does have that comedic stuff, but it's all in his like face and his body movements. His voice is the least distinctive, least interesting part of him.
He was great.
Like many of them, like many of the Avengers characters.
Yeah, that's true.
Whereas you have someone like Bill Murray, who is a comedian and who had like, obviously he fit that Garfield character better because he has more of like that droney voice. Like he has done that. We see that. He's sardonic.
And he's
dry.
a comedian, so he can do lines off the cuff that are actually going to be funny, and they might use them.
So yeah, it's a weird thing where you're not going to be using any of Chris Pratt's strengths, which is like really around his looks and his maybe physicality.
Yeah.
And you're going to use this because you just want the name. I mean, like stating the obvious, but it just kind of is baffling. And now you're doing it twice. I mean, obviously it's two different studios, I think. Why? So yeah, I guess he'd just be good as like side everyman characters, you know, against someone who's like a really strong, weird or
he'd be a good
whatever
straight
character.
man, I guess.
Yeah.
I honestly think that because Charlie Day is supposed to be Luigi, or is going to be Luigi,
Really?
I feel like Charlie Day would be a better Mario because he
remember
has
that.
so much like character to him. I don't know. It's just, I feel like it's like if I voiced Mario. Like, it's a Mario. I'm
Yeah.
a regular guy.
I'm sure he can work on it.
My favorite color is gray.
But I think what people
I eat
want,
sandwiches.
I think what people want is like a
You'll forget about me in 2 minutes.
I think what people want is like someone who's kind of in that world already, or like you have like Henry Cavill, who is a gamer. He's a Witcher fan. He talks about his gaming all the time, like so. But also I mean, that's like live action, and he fits that character, you know, look. I mean, obviously they did stuff to him, and he worked at it, but you just have more respect for him. Maybe if Chris Pratt had always been a gamer and always like campaigning
Mario
for
fan.
the role, and like, yeah, I don't know if that would have made a difference, but I think because like you said earlier, or in another conversation, like he's fucking everywhere. He's in everything. And it's just like, is this just a cash grab? Like you just say yes to anything without...
He's just like a Hollywood elite. He's like a #1 star that Nintendo, you know, got all big star eyes for and was like, oh, we got to have him in our movie.
Yeah.
And that's at least what it feels like.
Like, because I feel like when I look at, you know, it's easy just because it's on there, Chris.
If only Charles Martinet had been as famous as Chris Pratt, then they would have chosen Charles Martinet.
Like, I don't know what else Chris Evans is doing, but obviously he probably got a little burnout on Captain America. And he did more of those movies than Chris Pratt did Guardians of the Galaxy, you know, so maybe... I don't know. But anyway, but Chris Evans then, I don't know what other stuff he's doing, but he was in Knives Out, and his character was like a complete dick, you know? And I'm sure he probably relished doing something different. You know, he wasn't like America's muscly sweetheart.
Yeah.
And it's like, do some stuff like that.
You
like,
don't want to be
show your
typecast.
versatility if you have it. And I don't know. It's just weird. Like, didn't you already see the backlash that the Mario movie brought you, you know, regarding the casting? And didn't you think, maybe I won't do another much beloved animated character, you know?
Is Garfield much beloved?
Maybe not as much as Mario, but you know, even whatever, you and I are not super into Garfield are like, what the fuck? So imagine people who
just because it's
have
weird.
loved him. It's just, yeah, it just feels like a money thing. Like, just slap the biggest name star who's everywhere, and yeah, he'll be fine. He'll be great.
What you need to do for Garfield is get a bunch of 60-year-old men that can like do the voice, and you know, have them audition for it.
I feel like John Goodman could be okay. Even Tommy Lee Jones, because he's just kind of like acerbic and, is that the right word? And
I don't know,
sarcastic, and like doesn't suffer fools gladly. Maybe he'd be a bit too
doesn't
hard ass.
Suffer fools gladly?
Yeah.
What are you saying?
This is where our age difference is made apparent.
You're saying so many words that I don't understand.
I feel like Carl Pilkington is like, and Ricky Gervais have like made fun of that phrase. Doesn't suffer fools gladly. You've never heard that?
Is it a British thing?
No.
That might be why
it's not.
Never heard it.
It's not. It's not. This is like swashbuckling. Do you know what swashbuckling? This is our version of swashbuckling.
Another tennis reference. Actually, a first tennis reference.
Right.
Because we have the
lost episode. Anyway, it just means that you're like no nonsense, and like you don't tolerate fools, you know.
I forgot what we were even talking about.
Garfield, Tommy Lee Jones.
Oh, okay.
Man, I think
he
Garfield's
doesn't suffer fools. He just eats
not
lasagna.
Yeah. He's I think Tommy Lee Jones would be too mean for Garfield. Garfield is more lazy, apathetic.
Yeah.
Who would play a good Garfield?
He's kind of mean to Odie.
That's true. He does kind of go out of his way. What a prick.
Well, he's a cat.
That's true. So who would
cats
play him?
A lot of cats are dicks, except my old cat.
Right. Travis, Tyler.
Tyler. Yes, it was a human name, starting with a T.
I got it.
Tyler was such a sweet cat.
No, but he couldn't clean himself properly.
No.
I just picture him having like the bicycle stripe, you know, when you don't have like a guard over your tire. And
He
you
had a
just,
stripe down
you
his
get the
back.
freshman stripe.
And I'm pretty sure it was like flea poop.
Gross.
Yeah.
What a special guy.
My mom bathed him because he didn't know how to bathe.
Aww. He was a little special.
Mm-hmm. He was such a cool cat, though.
He was such a cool, filthy cat.
He was kind of gross, but he was so sweet.
I never let him on my lap, but, you know, I'd high five him a lot.
No, when he was clean, he was nice, but he would
Right after
very
his bath.
quickly like go out and roll in dirt.
That's
But
funny.
he was such a cool cat.
Aw.
He never bit me. He never scratched me.
Aw.
He never bit or scratched anyone. But, you know, there are cats out there that are just doing nothing but that.
Mm-hmm. So who do you think would play Garfield?
Who should play I think I already said just a panel of people who
I want some
would
specifics
fit.
here.
Doesn't have to be anybody in particular.
Humor me. This is like people want to hear about, you know.
I mean, I think Bill Murray was a decent fit. It's just kind of like a rough, kind of older man, like kind of
Lazy
depressed,
sounding.
depressed and lazy sounding.
Why does Garfield hate Mondays?
I don't know. He doesn't fucking work. Maybe because John's out.
Yeah,
It's the first day John's gone.
That's true.
What am I going to fucking eat?
It's the first day he runs low on lasagnas.
Yeah. That's probably why he hates Mondays.
Do some ASMR stubble rubbing for the listeners, would you? Nice. That looks really good.
That's my neck beard.
Why does it sound so gross? But it's not. It's just hair on your neck.
I also have hair on my chin.
Yeah, it's not just a neck beard.
Sorry.
You're getting twitchy.
I'm grabbing my socks.
I thought you were going to say I'm grabbing myself.
I'm grabbing myself in my sweatpants. You want me to rub my neck beard more?
Oh, man. You play that part too well. All right. It's okay. We've done 2 episodes now, so I can see why you'd be a bit tired of this.
No, I'm just twitching.
Let's go sit in front of the fire and, like, watch some Jacksepticeye.
That sounds nice.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Okay. Bye, guys.
Bye, everyone.